Backtesting your trading strategies has never been so easy. The guys at Forex Tester have now released a web browser version of their backtesting software, and I think it's the best out there. Users from their FT6 software will instantly notice that this doesn't use the MT4 platform as a base for the software. This one is similar to TradingView, which I think is much more user-friendly and intuitive. Let me show you how it works. Once you're logged in, the first screen you'll see is the project dashboard. Here you'll see a list of any previous backtesting projects you have, as well as some relevant details to the backtests. You can also start a new project by pressing the button in the top right corner of the screen. Here you can configure your backtest settings to have everything set up just as you like. The first thing you need to do is select the symbols you want to backtest. As it stands, you can select the majority of the Forex pairs: silver, gold, Dow Jones Index, Bitcoin, and natural gas. However, the list will significantly expand in the future, with more Forex pairs, stocks, ETFs, cryptos, and commodities already being worked on. Once you're happy with the setup, hit the Create Project button and our new project will be added to the list. Simply press the play button and we can start backtesting. As I mentioned earlier, Forex Tester Online is similar to the TradingView platform, so a lot of the features here will probably be very familiar to you. The TradingView platform is very intuitive, so I think finding the tools and features that you want to use will likely be really easy. The data will start at the point specified in the initial project setup. You can start printing the price action by using the floating toolbar. Pressing play will start the price action. The slider then lets us adjust the speed at which the price is printed. We can also manually move the price forwards and backwards a bar or a tick at a time using the buttons on the right. Forex Tester Online uses tick data, so the simulation is as real as it can be to a live environment. My favourite feature of Forex Tester Online is the synced charts. You can backtest using multiple time frames that are synced together by using one of the multi-chart layouts. This enables you to simulate a live trading environment where you can analyse multiple charts at the same time, and price will move in conjunction with the other chart. So you're not having to jump from chart to chart and move the current price action to the forefront. This will automatically do it for you, and it's a real quality of life improvement. You can't do this, for example, using the replay feature in TradingView. All the analytical tools can be accessed using the toolbar on the left hand side of the screen. Users of TradingView will already be very familiar with how these menus work. Here you can access tools like lines, shapes, risk-reward measures, objects, channels, Fibonacci tools, the text tool, pitchfork, and the measuring tool. And you can also use the bottom two menus to either delete or hide any of the tools or objects on the chart. Opening a new trade is really easy and it can be done in a few ways. The blue button on the toolbar across the top of the screen opens the new order panel. The last button on the speed toolbar opens the same new order panel, and this can also be accessed by right-clicking on the chart and pressing Create New Order. The new order panel is also very easy to complete. We can select what type of order we want to use at the top of the box: at market, limit, or stop. Then we can choose the trade direction, position size in the lot box, and then if desired we can add a stop loss level or a profit level. You can also add notes to the trade by writing something in the Leave a Message box. For example, you could label the trade entry type, or you could make a note that this was an early entry or a late entry, etc. These notes can then be seen when looking back at your trade history tab. Managing the trades is also very easy and can be done from the Open Positions window at the bottom of the screen. Here you can see a variety of details for the trade entry, as well as some quick management buttons on the right hand side. Here we can modify the order, reverse the trade, double the position, or quickly close the trade. We can also quickly bring the stop loss to break even by right clicking on the trade entry and clicking Move Stop Loss to break even. I really like that feature. Your trade account balance, equity, and profit and loss can all be quickly seen in the lower right hand corner. For further information on your account, you can expand the panels across the bottom of the screen by clicking on them. Here you can see a list of any open positions and relevant details. You have a pending orders tab as well as a trade history tab. The large blue analytics button in the bottom right hand corner of the screen opens a panel to break down the backtest statistics for the trades that you have taken. This is where you can really see the effectiveness of your strategy. If you're ever unsure of what any of the data points are, you can hover over the little eye icon next to each to see a description of what that data point is telling you. It's very easy to have separate backtest projects inside Forex Tester Online. You can return to your dashboard at any time by clicking the FT logo in the top left corner of the screen. Here you can start a new project or you can load a previous project. This feature makes it really easy to segregate your tests according to your requirements. whether you want to split them up by strategy, time period, or assets traded. The really exciting thing about this backtesting platform is that it's still in beta testing, and you can be a part of that. Using the link in the description below, you can join the waiting list to get early access to this platform, and your feedback can shape its development going forward. If you have a Forex Tester 6 license already, then you can get instant access to the Forex Tester online beta. This is because anyone who has an FT6 license will automatically get a Forex Tester online license too. So if you want to purchase a license to get FT6 and instant access to Forex Tester online, I'll leave a link in the description below. Being a part of the beta testing can be really valuable, as you can suggest and back the changes that you want to see. For example, two things that I'd like to see is an export function for the backtest results, so that I can analyse these further in Excel. And I'd also like to be able to make the trade panel window a bit bigger. Both of these I already know have been worked on, as I've spoke to the guys responsible for making the changes at Forex Tester. However, the Forex Tester team have already put together a website for beta users to suggest and back other suggestions. Again, this will be linked down below. Taking part on this website is very easy. To make a new suggestion, all you need to do is sign up using the same email that you used for either your FT6 license or the one you entered when you joined the waiting list for the beta testing. Then, once you're signed up, you can use the Create a New Post button. All you need to do is detail your suggestion and then post it to the feed. Supporting other users' suggestions can be done by upvoting it on the right hand side. To demonstrate the platform further, I'm going to test a breakout strategy whereby we enter a market long when price breaks a 20-day high and short when price breaks a 20-day low. We'll then use the 4-hour 21 moving average as an exit mechanism. So any close beyond this means that we set a stop loss at that point, or that's when we exit the trade. This will be either for a loss or a profit. If you don't quite follow, it'll make more sense once we get into the test. So as I said previously, the first screen you'll come to is the dashboard area. You can see I've created a test here before and just had a little play around, but we're going to create a new project. We'll test it on the, let's have a look. What do we fancy testing? Let's do the dollar yen. Project name, we're going to do 20-day high-low breakout, and then I'm all happy with that, that's fine. And let's create a project. So now you can see we've got a new project created, and all we do to start is press the play button. So we've got some data already printed. We were on a 15-minute chart here, but what I want to do is, let's have two charts vertically. So over here I'm going to have the daily chart, and over here I'm going to have a 4-hour chart. So we don't quite have enough data on here, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play it out a little bit just so that we've got a little bit of data on the daily there to see. We need basically 20-day candles just so that we can see what it is we're looking at. Great, so what I'm going to do is I need a horizontal line because this is my high currently. I need a horizontal line because this is my low currently, and then I want a vertical line just to show me where the previous 20-day period is. So you can see everything up to this line is the previous 20 days. So if we get a break of the high, we're going to enter long, and if we get a break of the low, we're going to enter short. Over here on the 4-hour chart, we need to add an indicator. This can be added up here on the indicators button, and I just want a 21 moving average on this. This is fine. Apply. And we're going to use that 21 moving average to get us out of the trade, either for a profit or a loss. So if price has moved in our favour enough by the time it closes beyond that 21 moving average, then great, and if it doesn't, then it'll be a loss. This will give me a good starting point to see whether I need any fixed targets or fixed stop loss for the strategy. And this is typically, how you would start to structure a strategy. You can't just guess all the permutations of what you could choose. You need to test them, and this is exactly what this platform's for. So we'll play it out on the 4-hour, and you'll see it does tick along on the daily too. And then we'll just sort of nudge this forward as we go. So I'm going to start this at 4, see if that's quick enough. That's a little slow. Bump this up to 5. So you can see what I'm going to do actually is just set a buy stop basically at this level, just above there. Lot will go 0.5. Doesn't really matter for testing purposes. And then what I'll also do is I'll just put a sell stop, and you can see you can use this picker to make placing your levels super easy. And again, I'll make that 0.5 place order. So now if we get a break on either of those levels, we're just instantly entered into the trade, and that's what we're looking for. So let's carry on. Okay, so we're into a buy trade. Okay, so now we can manage this on the 4-hour chart. Basically, this 21 moving average, if we ever get a close beyond that, then the stop loss is just going to go basically on a break of the close. You'll see what I mean as we get there. So let's play this out. Okay, so now we're coming down to that candle. We need a candle to break, so I'm just going to slow this down for a second. So what you can do here, because I don't need to know the tick date of this, I can just print the next candle, right? On this chart. And you can see, if I go back a candle, this is the end of the candle. So essentially what we would do here with this trade, we go to our open positions, we can right click and modify the order and stop loss. And again, we can use the picker. Any break down below that low, I want to be out of this trade. And then we go back to playing it, and if we do get a breakdown below there, we're out of this trade, which we can speed up because everything's set now. And there we go, trade exited. So not a particularly successful trade, but there is our first trade managed. Pending orders, we've still got the sell stop below, and obviously here is our first trade. We lost $338 on that first trade. Okay, so now we need to reset our parameters. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this only needs to come forward 2. That's still our low, so we can leave that. And then our high can move up to here, and we can add a new buy stop on the break of that. So just up there, place order. That's great. And then we can go back to playing it on the daily chart. And again, because I don't really need to see the tick data at this point, I don't even have to use the play button. I could just ping these candles forward one at a time. So what have we got there? We've had 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're getting into breakout territory now. 1, 2, 1, 2. And now our high is changing. We're not near it, so I'm not going to change it. 1, 2. Now we are near it. In fact, you can see that was a mistake by me there. So what I should have done is moved it to here. And then moved that buy stop. And boom, triggered into the buy position again. It's broken the 20-day high. So again, we can come over to the 4-hour chart now and manage this position. And again, we can just keep pinging this forward because we don't really need to see the tick data. Not closed through it there, just tested. Okay, there's our close through. So we can come over to our open positions, modify this. Stop loss, use the picker, and put this just below. And carry on. And there we've been stopped again. On this one we've lost $33.54, so that was close to break even, that one. Just didn't get the follow through on the breakout, obviously. And so now we go back to our original analysis on the daily chart, but you can see how easy this is to do. Like using other backtesting platforms where you need two different time frames on the same chart and they're not synced is so tedious. This is so easy to use. I know it's a quality of life issue, but it's a massive one. Like, I really enjoy using this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we're on this one. So our high is now up here. Our low is still where it is. So we can enter a new order. Buy stop just above there. And we can go back to forwarding the candles on here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. So now our low has changed again. So we just have to amend this. Sell stop, modify order. You can see one thing I would like to see changed in Forex Tester Online is just to be able to drag these order levels on the chart. But again, I've spoke to the guys that do make these changes, and this is already in the works. They want to make this as good as it possibly can be. So if you make good suggestions on their feedback website and other users upvote it, you're going to see that change implemented, which is really cool. So we can go back to fast forward in here to looking like we're going to get a breakdown maybe. Yep, so 1, 2, 3, but we're in the sell position, so we can come over here. This has already bounced from our sell on the daily chart there. So actually, even though we've just got into this trade, I'm already having to set a stop loss. So I'm going to pop that just above, modify the order, and now I can go back to forwarding the candles on here. We did get a breakdown, and then our stop has actually been caught there, which is unlucky. But again, I don't think that will be a particularly big loser. Oh, $229. So, first 5 trades, obviously you'd need to test a lot more than that to get any meaningful data on a strategy. Particularly one like this, that's really going to make the majority of its money from big winners, and they're not going to come out around too frequently. It's more about chugging along, taking small losses until you hit a big home run. But you can see we've got 5 trades tested there. That took, what, 10 minutes, if that? And we can come over to the Analytics tab over here and see what we've tested. You can see we took 5 trades, 1 was profitable and 4 losing trades. Max profit $26, max loss $338, so obviously not good at the moment, but we've not tested it enough to see a home run on there. Net profit overall, we're down $660. You can see average profit per month is losing just over 200. The return is minus 6.6%. But that we didn't worry too much about position sizing on this account, to be honest. I was more worried about the actual strategy statistics and then looking at the risk management side of things. But you can see it gives you great insight into the effectiveness of the strategy you're testing. And what I really like about this process and the way that it happens on Forex Tester Online is you will have many ideas as you go through this process about how to make a strategy better. And all you need to do is note that down. Get yourself to 100 trades tested, review what you've done, and make some conclusions on what you're seeing from the data that you've got there. You know, are you seeing enough big winners when looking at this strategy to make this viable? If not, then I'm going to need to look at some other way of taking profit off the table for trades like this one up here, whereby we got ourselves into a good profitable position, and to be honest, we gave the majority of it back. Are the situations whereby I can actually take some profit off the table? Or am I not giving these trades enough room to breathe? Is the stop mechanism too tight? Do I need to use this exit mechanism only in certain situations? And you'll have ideas like this as you go through your testing. It's brilliant. It's better than just entering a load of data into something that does this automatically for you, because that won't generate any new ideas. Doing it manually really is the best way to generate new ideas. I genuinely think that Forex Tester Online is a brilliant backtesting platform. It's probably the best one I've ever used. With its vast functionality and ease of use, I think anyone looking to refine a strategy would be hard pressed to find something better than this to use. Plus, you have the added benefit at the moment that you can directly contribute to the development of this platform to make it even better. So make sure you join the beta testing waiting list using the link in the description below. Or if you can't wait, get yourself an FT6 license and use Forex Tester online now. If you're serious about wanting to test your approach to the markets, I do not think you'll be disappointed with this product. Thanks as always for watching, traders, and stay disciplined.